Pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil, Merida. Pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil, Merida.
Welcome to We Listen But We Do Not Judge podcast, talking about all things lifestyle and relationships. Our objective is every single story to transform lives. My name is Miss Jackie 254. Welcome. Welcome back to We Listen, We Do Not Judge podcast. And clearly, as you can see, I'm wearing as an Eskimo because the cold is pretty colding. There's a sentence like that. And I don't know where you're from. It's cold, but in Kenya, we are experiencing rainy seasons, and it's been a minute, guys, since we did some podcast talks and the show. I'm still there. I'm still Miss Jackie 254. Welcome back to this podcast. And of course, here we don't judge, we listen. But today we're going to critically speak of the most honest life lessons no one talks about. And I know this affects everybody. I think I have like 4 or 5 critical subtopics that will interest you, or you can relate, or you feel like that you have been there, or someone you know has been there before, or you are just experiencing through the societal, happenings. And mark you each subtopic. I will just dwell lightly, but most of you can relate with its own individual perspective, because we are from different backgrounds, we are different, and of course most of the time you find you experience things uniquely. So that's what we are going to tackle. So we will actually start with delving on actual childhood traumas. Everybody has experienced childhood traumas, and these are the lessons that nobody tells you, or you don't go to school for this, or there's no actual manual on how to deal with childhood traumas. Because like I said earlier, everybody experience from different backgrounds, and we have different experiences in life, and we learn lessons differently. And of course, it's open on the comment section. You can share your experience, or you can share things that you feel like you're still dealing with them, and nobody actually sit you down to tell you how to work on your childhood traumas, because they cut across with the way you grew up, the way you interact with people, the way you actually process your thoughts, and how you actually deal with anything that happens in your life. Nobody teaches that. We don't have that manual, and it's time you get to realize that it's a wide topic, that when you were born alone. You were born alone, you didn't come with anybody, and of course when the time comes to leave the world, you live alone. So childhood traumas, you should actually, I would say, in my perspective, you should actually know what is your strength or what is your weakness, and how they actually, oh my god, I'm going to do a lot of actually on this video, so bear with me. But my perspective is, you need to know how to just understand that your childhood traumas are triggered by this, are triggered by that, are triggered like this, and deal with them accordingly. Because they can really, 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 really ruin your socializing. They can ruin your how you actually ideology, how you think or how you perceive things. If you don't deal with them, and like I said, there's nobody who gets a manual on how to deal on childhood traumas unless you seek psychological or seek counseling or have somewhere to outpour. Just if you don't have that capacity of getting such, you need to understand what triggers you actually. So when you get to know what triggers you, you'll be able to tackle your childhood traumas depending with how they came into being. The second one, ooh, this is the one now. Millennials, where are you? Because I'm one of them. Adulting. Whoa. Adulting carries a lot, a lot. From black tax to being the rich auntie, oh God, it's a lot. And nobody sits you down and tell you this is what you're going to deal with when you're adult. The responsibility that comes with adulting is beyond measure. Like I said from the beginning, it goes hand in hand with backgrounds you come from, how you perceive things again. I think some of the things are just mental because like now adulting, the way I experience it is not the same as you would experience it, and it's not the same as the neighbor would experience it, and it's not the same as my sister would experience it. So these things are cut out and nobody sit you. Those are lessons that nobody sit you down and tell you, by the way, there's a time you'll come and remember that auntie used to say that is a poor auntie, doesn't have gifts. You're going to be one of those aunties because financially it's on you, socially it's on you, emotionally it's on you, everything. Adulting is on another level. I say they'll just pass over because they are wide topics. And this one, if you want us to dwell more on each of them or to bring a guest to specifically maybe tackle down childhood trauma as a psychologist, adulting, a psychologist to deal with that, you can comment down on the podcast and decide you want us to bring this person on board to dwell on this. But I'll just say, adulting, you will experience, these are the lessons nobody gives you to tell you that when you get to a certain age, this is required of you. This is what it's supposed to be done. We actually get to that age and you basically have to automatically teach yourself. Yeah. you will learn on the job. You learn on the job, and that takes me now to the third one. After you adult, you have to be society. It's, I don't know, nowadays we have different school of thoughts, but now it leads to marriage. Oh God, I'm not in marriage, but I want to speak on a perspective of observing how to deal with crazy in-laws. Nobody teaches you how to deal with crazy in-laws, crazy insane in-laws, or even your own people, crazy ones. No one gives you those lessons like this is what you're going to get, and this is how you are supposed to tackle with, and this is how you're supposed to face it. You learn on the job. You learn on the job. And these are the most honest life lessons no one talks about. It's like you're supposed to automatically to go on an autopilot mode and figure out how to do marriage. Sadly, because everything is, I have with my many years, with my Jesus age, because I'm 33. Those days I've learned so many things. Like most of the things you have to learn on your own, you experience differently, because my experience is not what my cousin has experienced and is not what somebody else has experienced. And these are life lessons that no one tell you, because it's true, me, I've ever met those crazy in-laws and you're like, what the hell is this kind of lifestyle. And you have to answer yourself those questions. Those you critically find yourself, if you're overthinking or you're critically questioning some questions, like hard questions, and no one to answer you, and you're seated there and you have to figure out, is this a human even? So because of the way they think or the way they perceive things might be queer and weird to you, and that is their lifestyle. And those are the things I'm saying are life lessons no one talks about, or nobody come to share that side of story of, like, yeah, everybody always bring out on social media the good side of, life. Nobody wants to bring you struggling. Nobody wants to bring the negative vibes of, like, oh yes, guys, for real, I'm broke. Guys, for real, this marriage is not working. Guys, for real, this marriage is on rocks. People always bring, like, they are always Mr. Fairy Tale and Queen Fairy Tale, and they are loving each other and living happily ever after. But the hard life lessons, nobody bring the domains on social media. Nobody bring us the domains of how, like, you have this queer in sister-in-law who's giving you those queer behavior, and nobody brings that out. And I know you're giving me that eye, but it's true. Some of these things, you individually, they are cut. It's like they are cut out for different experience, different same concept, but everybody experience differently. Because me, I might tell you this, and you tell me on the other side, this is how you're feeling, because they're both sides of the coin, and nobody wants to share that both sides of the coin. We only share the one side of the coin, because it also brings out to yourself as well choices, and it begins back from childhood traumas and trickle down to you. So, like, from the beginning, I said you have to figure out how to tackle with the childhood traumas, so that when you get to adulting, you are already able to tackle things as they come. Things that you are not even given a manual, and you get on board, and you're like, what the hell is this going on? And yeah. I can talk till tomorrow. Now, this one I'm about to experience, I've not experienced, and I've experienced through other people. The fourth one is parenting. It doesn't come with manuals, but I think parenting cut across every single thing. Oh, whether you are a pet parent or a human parent is just crazy, because those things are just expensive. And this is a human being, and they are different, and they are just having their own mind of their own, and nobody tells you this is what you're supposed to do as a parent. And that's why you get to see, I would say, or I would advise myself, as I tell you guys, when you get to there, if you're not a parent, strategize how to bring your child, because that's your kin, that's your own child, that's your munchkin, it's your cute little thing. And you can decide how to bring them up. You can decide to soft parent, you can decide to hard parent. And these are the things I can't come here and start telling you guys, this is how you should do it. This is how, because that's the wrong thing the society does. There's no manual. And when somebody decides to bring up their child in a certain way, we come out here ranting and telling them, this is how you should do it. This is should. But we don't know actually what that person has gone through, the journey they have gone through with that pregnancy. We were not there. The marriage, we were not there. I think it's time we normalize letting people be, because the life lessons I've learned, like, the way my school of thought of parenting is not the same as your school of thought of parenting. These are the life hard lessons that no one talks about. And I don't think you have a right to come and judge me how I'm bringing up my children. And I don't have a right to come and judge you how you're bringing out your children, because in the end of the day, nobody has a manual, y'all. You are a first-time parent, I'm a first-time parent. You can't even advise me, and it's all these things crazy because you find people are just giving you what we call unsolicited advices, which are not even applying to themselves, and which is very wrong for you to think that you can dictate somebody's way of parenting. So, in a nutshell, I know this is an unpopular thought. Just let somebody be, because even you, how you decided to take your children to be is not the way I want mine to be. Maybe I want my children to have soft life all the time. I want us to have conversations. You are this tough parent who doesn't even have conversations with children. You're all there dictating, and then you expect me to follow your advice. No. I think these are things that nobody talks about, and nobody tells people how to do it, and no one has that manual. So you shouldn't judge somebody if they decide their children will be going to international schools and flying from home to school, and you're struggling with your child on the buses and the roads, and you're busy there. Let me tell you, the only factor that bring issues here with people with their unsolicited advice to the other people who want to live lavish, luxurious lives is money and childhood traumas, and school of sort of speaking from a point of lack. So I think, or what I should say, and this is not judging, it's just experiencing life as it comes for yourself, without cutting out things to be like how I expect things to happen. I should not, what's the right word? Don't project. Don't project to people your childhood traumas. We said these are left, they trickle down. Don't project your childhood traumas to somebody else whose childhood traumas were totally different from yours. Maybe I went through a lot of troubles and I want to spoil my children, and maybe I'm blessed. Let me be. And if you grew from a family where you didn't have childhood traumas, you had all the soft life, and you want to be tough to your children, that's your own. Let you be. So yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. I think you have learned. You can give your sentiments on the comment section. What do you think? What do you think on the most honest life lessons no one talks about? Like, what's your take? What's your take? Because it's time people not we stop being judgmental on people and giving unsolicited advices when it's not even called forth for. So yeah, and that's the day. That's how we are going to make our society a better place, and avoid a lot of these stories of back and forth, and saying this is right, this is wrong, because there's no manual of this life. We one day you're leaving, tomorrow you're not there. So take one day at a time. That's what I can say. And God bless you. That's what I can say for now. Until next time, God bless you so much, guys. Continue supporting my podcast. And if you want anybody to suggest on the comment section who you think should come and on board, I contact them, and we do maybe topics of mental health, psychology. You can say who you want us to have a sit down, and what topics you would want us to dwell on, and you'll be highly appreciated. Till next time, God bless you. I love you so much, guys. It's a bye for now. We listen, we do not judge.